Around the world, there are a lot of huge hearts that are trying to make a difference to help the poor, but I don't see as much where those hearts are then being filtered through a mind to say, let's understand the complexity, let's understand that there are no easy answers.
We've talked about shifting the emphasis from aid to enterprise and from poverty alleviation to wealth creation. We're going to focus on enterprise solutions to poverty. We're also going to focus on the human person, who's the source of prosperity. When we understand people made in the image and likeness of God with creative capacity, it changes absolutely everything about the way we understand wealth and poverty.
I'm frustrated with this idea that poverty means living on $1 or $2 a day. That is a very bad way to state the problem.
You are stuck in a village with all your skills and all your talent, and that's just unfortunately the way it is.
One careless, romantic vision of the poor is that they are being so exploited that they should just be left to retreat into self-sufficiency, uncontaminated by the dirty business of a market economy. And of course, that is just romantic nonsense.
Being poor has something to do with being excluded from networks of productivity and exchange.
So it's not that people don't have the capacity, it's that the access is not democratized.
The people here are not stupid. They're just disconnected from global trade. That's all. There are situations where I've set up a business deal and NGOs will hear about it and they find a way to bring aid money and provide it for free. So what happens to my investment? I have to lay off my staff.
It's a very big challenge. It hurt my business a lot.
Your help is hurting.
Feeling good about yourself is not the same as doing good. And in any case, good policy is more important than good feelings, especially about yourself.
We need to be able to move from aid to production, from existing to living.
History has demonstrated with indisputable clarity that people can grow the pie of wealth and discover new sources of wealth through enterprise and innovation. Now, this insight is foundational for working with the poor because it reminds us that people created in the image of God are not the problem. People are the solution.
Here we are in Kenya, and the one thing that is manifestly obvious on any street you walk down in Kenya is the energy of the people. You can just tell that they're looking for opportunities, they're going someplace, they have a sense of determination, they have a sense of purpose. And yet, just in back of the facility that we're at here, there's a huge slum the size of Central Park. Why is that?
My name is Joshua Omoga. I'm a businessman operating a shop within Kibera.
I was very convinced that the way to add value to my family, the way to have positive impact in my community and society was if I started to build a business.
Small and medium-sized enterprises are a critical part in the development process.
I started a small company in Ghana. Started pineapple juice with 4 or 5 workers, and I've come to this stage where I have 20 workers.
If I'm empowered to work and take care of my family, I can pay for health service. I can pay for school. I can do this and do that and move out of poverty.
The reason you want to open up the economy is so that people have the opportunity of taking destiny into their own hands, so that you can reduce poverty by creating opportunity.
Growing up in Asia, seeing the Asian tiger economies that 30, 40 years ago had a lower GDP than Uganda or Kenya transform themselves through enterprise, not through aid, not through philanthropy.
One country that doesn't often come to mind when we think about development is Ireland.
The history of Ireland is one of abject poverty, of struggle against starvation.
Human beings are not animals. Animals are the ones who go around and look for food all day and then get tired and sleep and then next day begins in search of food. Human beings are created for a much bigger mission, to take care of the whole planet.
A human being is much more than a mouth that consumes. A human being is a mind that creates and that produces.
What creates wealth? People create wealth. The source of wealth is inside our head. It's our creativity, something we've been endowed with.
There's got to be more than just change in a wallet for significant change to happen.
Free markets create prosperity, but they don't take care of orphans. People do.
We thought that we are caring the people who are dying. We thought that we are accompanying them to die, but we are accompanying them to live.
When you have the opportunity to touch hearts, to touch meaning, to touch purpose, to touch identity alongside helping an individual get out of physical poverty, that's where you see incredible transformation.
Every simple person, the homeless standing there who doesn't know where he is, there is a soul there. There is God who have made them. Is an act of God.